Hello, everyone. My name is Stephanie Lewis, Vice President, Partnerships at CFIB. In our department, we are committed to providing the best possible savings for our members while offering them the expertise of our partners. As part of this effort, we've decided to create Our Partners, Your Experts, a series of informative discussions to help you in your day-to-day life as an independent business owner. Today, I am pleased to welcome Nicole Grimmond, Occupational Health and Safety Consultant for LifeWorks. In this discussion, she will address the impacts of the modernization of the CNESST regime in Quebec. Hello, Nicole.
Hello, Stephanie.
First, the Act to Modernize the Health and Safety System recently adopted in Quebec introduces new measures that are now in effect and others that will be in effect in a few days, on April 6th. In particular, it creates an interim prevention plan. Can you tell us in a few words what the interim plan is?
This is a sort of transitional regime that the CNESST has put in place. Employers must comply with it as of April 6, 2022. It has two important components: prevention mechanisms and participation mechanisms. The Act reinforces the obligation of employers to use prevention mechanisms in their establishments. Every company must formally identify the risk in its establishments. Companies with 20 or more workers must not only identify the risks to which workers are exposed, but also analyze them in order to find effective solutions. One of the objectives of the reform is also to encourage greater participation by workers in prevention. For example, it requires the establishment of an occupational health and safety committee and a prevention representative or a liaison officer, as the case may be. These stakeholders will be the voice of the workers in prevention.
Can you tell us more about these new features? In concrete terms, how do you encourage this participation?
The prevention representative and the liaison officer have, for all practical purposes, the same role: to assist workers in all OHS matters on a daily basis. The process for appointing committee members and these stakeholders is relatively simple. In all cases, the workers will be nominated by the workers. They should not be selected or appointed by the employer. These new roles will be effective if you value their contribution and give them the necessary and expected release time to fulfill these roles. This may be a novelty for many companies, but I can assure you that you will benefit from the positive impact of worker involvement in prevention activities.
You mentioned earlier that hazard identification should be done for all businesses. What is risk identification in the workplace? What should we focus on?
Identification is done through workplace observation, task analysis, or inspection tours. You can use the broad categories of hazards that appear on the screen. Expect more emphasis on ergonomic risks and psychosocial risks. As telecommuting has become more widespread, ergonomics has become a hotter topic. Even in a low-risk environment like an office, there can be risks such as ergonomic risk. As for psychosocial risks, the protection of psychological integrity is now recognized by law in the same way as the protection of physical integrity. It is therefore essential to recognize unhealthy or toxic situations that may arise in the workplace. As an employer, it is important to prevent and put a stop to harassment, but also to prevent traumatic events, violence in the workplace, whether it comes from colleagues, clients, or conjugal violence that continues in the workplace. As part of the modernization process, being part of CFIB gives you a head start. When you join, you will be assigned an advisor. He or she is your privileged point of contact and will help you identify your priority risk. When it comes to training, substantial savings are offered to you by being a member of the CFIB Mutual, and even some training is included at no cost to you and your teams. A wide range of topics, including certain participation mechanisms, example committees, as well as access to online tools and reference documents. Consult the complete service offer by using the QR code on the screen.
Thank you so much, Nicole, for explaining in more details the impacts of the modernization of the CNESST regime in Quebec. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact our CFIB Savings Program Specialist. If you are interested in joining the group or have questions about its service offerings, feel free to contact them directly over the phone or use the QR code on the right-hand side of the screen. See you soon for the next video in our series, Our Partners, Your Experts.